Hey guys, for a while now, everyone's been asking, where's the shotgun video? Hey Chris, where's the shotgun video? Hey Chris, when are we gonna do the shotgun video? And I've been a little bit busy. I've been kind of working and running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And we got two boys, life gets a little hectic at the house. It's actually really, in reality, not even a shotgun video. That's more of I was asking myself a question one day and had been asking around. And basically it boils down to this. If you could only have one gun and you had to do everything with that one gun, what would it be? I've had some people say 22, which would make sense to a degree, but a 22 has its limitations. Really not a whole lot of big game hunting that can be done efficiently with a 22. I know there's all these, guys out here, I know 22s kill more deer. No, that's called poaching. Okay, let's just be honest. And it's actually not as effective as you may think. I have shot a lot of things with 22s, and some got up and walked away. I'm basing this on experience and what I've learned over the years. So, I got to asking myself, what would be the perfect one? If you got to a point where you could only have one gun, and that one gun had to do it all. So I'll come to the idea. Hey, shotgun. A shotgun can do it all. A shotgun can big game hunt, medium game hunt, small game hunt. It can bird hunt, pheasants, turkey. You can defend yourself with it. You can fight with it. Really nothing you can't do with a shotgun. The shotgun is a do-all gun, but you got to find the shotgun that can do it all. We're going to go over a few today. First up, we're going to go with the single shot 410 shotgun or 12 gauge, but what I have is to represent it as a 410. I would go with 12 gauge or 20. That's the two most common gauges for shotgun. This happens to be a 410, so we're going to use it. Very simple, easy to operate. You can do a lot of things with this shotgun. You can't reload quickly. I mean, some people can. Some people are just kind of, hang on, I got to smack a mosquito off my son's arm. There we go. You can't combat reload with it. You're generally stuck to whatever choke it comes with. This one happens to be a full choke. You're kind of stuck to that. So it's a good shotgun for hunting, small game and things like that. But I would not make this my do-all gun. Great gun, just not a do-all gun. Next up is going to be the old double barrel. Now we all know what the double barrel is. Go ahead and grab me the double barrel, Tex. We all know what the double barrel is. It's basically a single shot, but with two barrels. As you see, of course, they've all been checked. Everything here has been checked. So I don't want to hear no, you need to check your guns. Man, let me tell you something. I've been doing this for a long time. Now, this is old school. Have y'all seen cowboy movies where you've got, Kevin Costner and Wyatt Earp, and he's walking down the middle of the street with one of these? There's a reason. There ain't nothing more devastating than that, okay? That's intimidating. That's scary. You don't want none of that. But is it a do-all gun? Can be. Most double barrel shotguns have one barrel that's maybe a modified choke and the other one may be a full. This one happens to be a coach gun. It's fairly short, but they do have longer barreled double barrels. And they've also got a model that's over and under, where it's not side by side, but the barrels are this way. Those are made for predominantly bird and waterfowl hunting. But again, this would be an okay home defense gun because I don't know too many people that could stand up to two barrels of a 12 gauge. I've never met them, and if I did, I'd like to meet them. But let's say, we're in a situation where it's a survival type world. People are trying to take what you have, which is a real possibility. How are you going to fend them off with that? You're going to go boom, boom. Oh, hang on, I got to reload, but there's 20 more out the door here. This would be a great gun but it is not a do-all gun. At least I don't think it is. Now, next we'll move on to the old school turkey gun. This is a Mossberg 5. No, I'm sorry. This is a Mossberg 835. Great shotgun. This shotgun is designed primarily for turkey hunting. Reason being, it's got an overbored barrel, which means it's a 12 gauge, but the barrel's bored to 10 gauge. The chamber's still 12, but the barrel's bored to 10. What that does is helps tighter patterns, longer distances with bird shot, turkey shot. And it plainly says right here on the barrel, not for use with slugs. Now, it's not going to blow it up. It's just where it's overboard, the slug isn't going to seat well, and it's going to go all the way down the barrel. You're going to lose any type of accuracy they may have had with the slug. Yeah, you can get other barrels for this shotgun. Yeah, you can get a rifled slug barrel, you can get a 28-inch bird barrel, you can get whatever you want. But we're kind of getting away from the purpose. Great shotgun, and it can do most things. So far out of the ones we've seen, this one can do the most out of the ones we've looked at, with the exception of slugs. Slugs are going to come into play large game, deer, elk, moose if they're in that area, large bear, wild hogs. Yeah, you could probably put them down with some buckshot, but let me tell you, there ain't nothing, and friends, I mean nothing, that can stand up to a slug. You can put an elephant down with a slug. A slug is a 1 ounce or more chunk of lead that's cruising down the barrel at, I don't know, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 feet per second, depending on the slug and the shell length. So this would be the closest so far that we've looked at, but I don't think it's a do-all gun. I really don't. You could fight with it. You could hunt bird, small game. But its inability to use slugs from this barrel, I think, is what kills it for that. Next up, we're going to look at something a bit more traditional. We're going to look at a Remington 1187. This is a semi-automatic. So far, the Mossberg 835 being a pump shotgun, I think is going to be more forgiving, less maintenance, which is pretty good. But this shotgun does have a place. This is a bird gun. This is a large game gun. You can shoot slugs. It's got choke tubes that change out just like the Mossberg does. So you can have different choke tubes and still use this same barrel. It'll hold 4 in the magazine, 1 in the pipe. With a magazine extension, you can put that out to as many as you need. Recoil's fairly light with this shotgun, but being an automatic, it's a gas gun. The downfall is, one, the amount of maintenance that it would take to keep this gun running indefinitely. It's got a rubber O-rings in here that you have to change out every little bit. It's also got a fairly long barrel. Again, you can get different barrels for it, but we're kind of getting away from the purpose of having a one gun, and that's it. You can still fight with it. It shoulders well, but you're going to have a hard time in close quarter situation. So somebody may ask me, what's the answer? How is there going to find the perfect shotgun? Well, we're going to keep looking. The next shot we're going to look at is kind of a new one for me. I just picked it up. Can you guys see that? That's a Remington 870. It's not classified as a shotgun. It is a shotgun, but it's classified as a pistol with the short barrel and the brace. This shotgun you can do a lot with. This shotgun is geared for combat shooting. It's geared for home defense. It's geared for fighting. It's a fighting shotgun from one end to the other. You can hunt with it. You could shoot slugs. It's got a cylinder bore barrel. Doesn't take choke tubes. But in a pinch, it can do most things. One thing it cannot do is change choke tubes. You're going to be limited in range to what you can do with this shotgun. If you're hunting turkeys, if you're hunting birds, this being such a short barrel, it's going to be hard to swing on birds. As birds come up, it's going to be difficult to swing on them. So, even though this shotgun is flat bad nasty, it really isn't a do-all shotgun. It's one that fills a niche, but it doesn't fill them all, even though I wish it did. This is becoming my favorite shotgun. Which brings us to, as far as what I have on hand, what I think would be the perfect shotgun to have. This, or something similar. It doesn't have to be this. It's something similar. This is a 12 gauge, 20-inch barrel. It's chambered all the way up to a 3-inch shell. It takes choke tubes right there. You can change out the chokes. Gives you a wide range of ability. Gives you something that I can hunt bear. I can defend myself against bear. I can hunt deer. I can hunt moose if I'm someplace. Elk. I can hunt buffalo if I'm out west. I can hunt bears with this thing. I can hunt birds. I can hunt turkeys. I can shoot rabbits. I can shoot squirrels. Really, there's nothing you can't do with a shotgun like this. The barrel's not too short, but it's also not too long. You can fight with it. You can hunt birds with it as they swing. It swings okay. It's not going to be the best swinger out here. Of course, the 1187 will outswing it. It's made for that. This is a do-all shotgun as far as what I have on hand. It holds 5 rounds in the magazine. It holds up to a 3-inch shell. It can shoot slugs. It can shoot birdshot. It can shoot pretty much anything that you can load into a 12 gauge shell. It can operate. It can fire it. So guys, that's kind of where we're at on this. Kind of my shotgun video. Kind of my idea of what would be the best. Now, I'm sure some of you out there, you know, you probably got your own ideas, and that's fine. Some of you are saying, well, I've got this shotgun, or I've got that shotgun, or I've got this, or I've got a 22/410, or I've got a, which my son does. He's got a 22/410. I didn't bring it out. And that would be a good gun. 22/20 gauge, maybe, I believe, would probably be better. But it still wouldn't be a do-all gun. It would open up a lot more windows, but it would close a lot more in the way. What you need to do is sit down and figure out what works best for you. What can you handle? Can you handle a 12 gauge? Can you handle a 20 gauge? I would stick to kind of in that parameter because that is the most common type of ammunition. Would be 12 or 20. But the best thing is get a shotgun that fits you, that in your mind can do anything that you would ever do, and get out there and practice with it and learn it. Because out of all these shotguns and of all the weapons that I own, if you don't practice with them, it's just a useless piece of metal and wood or polymer, whichever the furniture is made out of. I guess, guys, that's my shotgun video. I'm not sure if it was up to your expectations. I know we hear Quentin Fire going out there on a mission. So, guys, Anderson County Fair is coming up. Go to the fair, support our county, our towns. Get out there and vote. Stop letting a bunch of pansies run your country. Don't just talk about what you're going to do. Just go out there and do it. I guess that's it. You guys have yourselves a good night, and we'll see you again.